People fall over themselves to attract attention.
Fiesta driver's obviously leaning across to do something.
Right, intend to do a speed check on the vehicle. Nice bridge shadowed. He's in fact bulked slightly by a vehicle in front. We're travelling at 111 miles per hour just to close up to him. I'll let him run for a little while. Gives a more reflective average of his true speed. He's now accelerating 99, 100, 101. It's fairly obvious somebody travelling at this sort of speed is going to attract attention. Looking for a point now to terminate the check. The obvious one coming up is the shadow on the road surface under the bridge, clearly defined. Now we have an average of 98.35. We shall be speaking to this driver very shortly. He's not going to do it. Okay. Jump in the back a sec. Do you know why we've stopped you?
Was I going too close to the car in front?
No. You've got a speedometer in your vehicle. What was that indicating?
Don't know.
I think it's incumbent on you as a driver to know what's happening all around you at all times. I've actually done a speed check on you using a time distance speed measuring device. And the speed, which is quite clearly displayed down here on the screen, 98.35 miles per hour average. As an average speed, it means that there's going to be speeds lower and higher. So perhaps it's worth noting that the speeds were well in excess of 100 miles per hour at certain times during that check. And you then tell me that you're not aware of the speed you're travelling at. That in itself, to me, says that you're not driving with due care and attention.
Yes, it's 704 X-ray Foxtrot Mike. Any better, over?
I'm a bit tired as well.
Oh. Yeah.
Didn't work. I didn't go to sleep till.
As you normally do, over.
Yeah. You're digging a bit deeper and deeper hole for yourself, aren't you? Because if you say you're tired, why are you driving? I should point out to you that magistrates are under an obligation to consider disqualification immediately a speed limit is exceeded by 30 or more miles per hour. If we'd have done a following speed check using the speedometer, we would have been quoting speeds between 96 and 104 miles per hour. Now that would have guaranteed the magistrate's thinking about a disqualification. As it is, the speed that will be going on the report is 98.35. So the machine is always lenient in the driver's favour. At the end of the day, the buck stops with your right foot. Time to look in the mirror and say, there's the problem with the trouble. That's my trouble, me.
A team of vehicle safety inspectors, employed by the Department for Transport, pulls lorries off the motorway for surprise inspections.
There are certain vehicles on our roads that I would not want to be travelling too closely in front of.
Brake pads missing, insecure and damaged caliper. So I don't think any brake pads on that one at all. Strapped up axle.
So rather than stopping to repair it, they just literally lifted the axle up and strapped it up and carried on.
Red hot brake disc, you can actually see. It literally is glowing red.
Ready to go on fire.
Inspector Dave Tinsley has found a French lorry with a brake problem.
The indications on the dash tell me it's an EBS fault. It's the primary braking system of this vehicle. And that's in red. On the dash, clear, plain to see. His intention would be to go home, probably have it looked at when he gets there. Unfortunately, he's not going to get that far now. For the braking problem, is £100 fixed penalty. Visa card or a MasterCard?
The M5 southbound just through 4A towards junction 5. And we're looking up now at the large offside mirror on the Volvo tractor units where the driver can be seen holding the phone. see him quite clear from here. He's just leaning
Yeah, I know,
across now.
I can see.
He's leaned across now to put the phone down. I don't think there's any danger of him doing it again, so I'll pull across and ask him if he wants to come and join us.
I'll drop it in front of him.
Yeah. Just bring him in, we'll have a quick word.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you, sir. This police vehicle that we're in now is fitted with a video camera, and the purpose of the police vehicle being out on the road is to monitor drivers' behaviour, the manner of their driving.
Yep.
Can you think of any reasons why we should... On the phone, right. What does the...
Well, the phone rang and I answered it.
Phone rang, you answered it. Right. So if the phone rang, you answered it, and you had an accident and you were to injure somebody, are you quite prepared to accept that that was something you had to do in that order?
Well, I'll still keep my eye on the road.
Well, you're a professional driver. I presume you've got a large goods vehicle licence?
30 years.
30 years. If you were to take your driving test today and the phone rang and you were to pick it up going down the road, would the examiner give you a full licence?
Well, I would tell the firm not to ring me, or I'd switch the phone off.
The question I asked was, if you were taking a driving test today and the examiner was with you and you picked the phone up, would he give you a full licence?
No.
No. So why, after 30 years experience driving a vehicle of that size, do you think it's acceptable to answer the phone?
Well, what are we supposed to do then?
Well, what's wrong with you when he rings you up saying, I'm on the road at the moment, boss, give us a couple of minutes and I'll come off at the next junction?
Yeah, that's all right, but what about the next junction? Where are you going to park?
So what we're getting round to the fact is that your work is more important than driver safety, isn't it? Everybody else's safety? Everybody else's safety comes second to you talking to your boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
How many car drivers do you stop them on the phone?
We are doing it all the time. You're the first truck driver that we've stopped.
I'm unlucky then.
Well, you are unlucky, but at the moment there are press
car
releases.
drivers, I mean, in the morning, they must have a board meeting on the phone.
We've been sat here all morning dealing with car drivers, yeah? What I've written out there is a fixed penalty ticket. So hopefully this way it doesn't affect you and your driving career, because it's the same as a parking ticket or anything else. It's a non-endorsable ticket. But it's the bottom end of our penalties for what you were doing. When you get 5 minutes, have a look back on there. Like I say, it may seem a bit harsh to you, but at the moment it's something that's causing a lot of accidents, and we've got to address that problem. Okay, then, so there you go. Well, at least his boss will be pleased that he considers him more important than everything else. So dedication to his firm is admirable, isn't it?
10:30 tonight, 11 o'clock. But 2 phone calls from various people to the effect that there's been an incident on the M5, some of the vicinity of junctions 3 to junction 1, where a lone female driving a Peugeot 309 has been seen to point what has been described as a firearm out of the window of the vehicle and fire 2 shots at a Tufnell's lorry.
Bingo.
What to do with theft of cars?
Motorway officers have been joined by colleagues from the Tactical Firearms Unit.
What I want to do is, rather than get you lot involved in this, because obviously it's all happened on the motorway, is send one of my crews, my supervision, and a Zulu Tango vehicle up to the address and play it by ear. I would think that what will probably happen is that this lady, if she's in, will be nicked under the Firearms Act, and then we'll turn this over on the vehicle to see if we can find a weapon.
Are you happy just to knock the door and we'll be park nearby?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I don't know about my colleague, but at this stage I can't say I'm feeling too threatened or concerned. But at the end of the day, you're still got to keep your wits about you and be aware that something could go wrong. And for the one time out of 100, it could be genuine.
The officers have tracked down the car thought to have been involved in the road rage incident. They prepare to confront the woman alleged to have brandished a gun.
with because there's a football and kid stuff in the car. So we could have a problem anyway if we're not careful. What's the name?
D-Unit arrest their road rage suspect. She's taken into custody.
She's let us into the house, no problem. She's been asked if she's been on the M5. She's admitted to be on the M5, and we've said about the incident with the gun. She's volunteered the weapon, showed us the weapon, which we've got back now. It's a replica Walther handgun, gas-powered, uses CO2 to power its projectiles, and actually fires a pellet, so it's in effect like an air pistol. She's now been arrested under the Firearms Act for possessing a weapon with intent to cause fear of violence to another person, and we'll take her to Lorry police station where we deal with her. The policy normally is, for first-time offenders, a caution. I mean, this is slightly different to the normal shoplifter or that sort of thing, but I don't see any reason why she couldn't get a caution at the end of the day.
After further inquiries and considering her background, she was eventually cautioned for the offence and released.
We're currently travelling M6 northbound, junction 6 to 7, following a silver Mercedes. It's in lane 3, approaching junction 7. We're currently doing 96. Oscar Tango 22 for PNC, check my car for over. Yes, column number 9680, code 2 on Romeo 869. Yes, I'm obliged, over.
We are very fortunate, though, that most of the drivers that we find driving carelessly or with some lack of attention or being inconsiderate to other motorists, we can guarantee that the time that we catch them, it's the only time they've ever done it. They never normally drive like that, so we are quite fortunate in being able to find them at the time when they're having a bad day.
97.73 over 0.960 of a mile.
That's far enough, isn't it? Just some illumination on the subject.
Evening, sir. If you just mind stepping back to our vehicle so we can have a chat with you. If you can bring your driving documents, just mind how you get out of the car for us.
Good evening, sir. If I explain who we are and what we're doing, I'm Pissy Coat from the Central Motorway Police Group, which is the West Midlands Motorway Unit. This is an unmarked police vehicle which is fitted with a speed device which we call Police Pilot. So it's a time and distance check, and for a distance along the M6 northbound from the last junction, a check on your speed showed you to be travelling at 97.73 mile an hour, just for a distance of just under a mile. Now that speed is in excess of the 70 mile an hour speed limit, and you commit an offence by exceeding the speed limit. Do you understand that?
Yep, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. The cruise control was set at that speed, so...
Oh, right.
I'm just off up to Manchester because football's on tomorrow, so I set off from Oxford at 5:30. Got to Manchester, packed my bag, but forgot the tickets. So I've driven back down from Manchester to Oxford, picked the tickets up to drive back up again.
Right.
Which is why I was driving at 97 miles an hour. The implication of prosecution.
The implication of prosecution is you'd be required to either attend or write stating your intention to the local magistrates court, and if the case is proved against you, i.e. if the magistrates accept that you were exceeding the speed limit, then they can impose points on your licence and a fine set on the day. So that's the implication of a prosecution, but fortunately it's not that fast that it would be in a disqualification range, but you've got to be careful that, like I said, the first check, just to get a rough idea of how fast you were going, was very close to that limit. So you've got to set the cruise control a little bit lower than sort of 97, because you've got quite a bit of weight in there, and once you start going downhill, it's quite easy for it to override the cruise control, isn't it? Yeah. But if you could just come back out and do it nice and safely. And as you're not under arrest and you're not being detained by us, I think you'll find the door does open on its own. None of this door opening business by my man here, you know, it's, you have to let yourself out.
All right,
okay,
I'll consider myself warned.
Indeed. Bye-bye.
On the way to Manchester, what's a match? He's forgotten the tickets, so he's driven all the way back to Oxford to pick up the tickets to go all the way back to... Oh, dearie me.
This tyre's about to blow at any time. It'll go bang. 385, 65, 22.5 super singles, these are known as. If this goes bang, chances are it could rip off the back tyre, all sorts of things. He won't be leaving here with this tyre on, that's for sure. He'll get a fixed penalty for it. Change.
The inspectors here target lorries they suspect are faulty or unsafe and have the power to pull over any lorry driving on British roads.
One of the supporting straps is broken, and the trouble is that the other strap and the supporting structure is that weak. That's just not going to last much longer. But if it fell out, it's bouncing down the road, and that's going to cause a massive obstruction and possibly cause fatalities. It's more than likely the trailer will be immobilised if it's not repaired by 5 o'clock.
We get treated like scum by everybody, by other car drivers, by the police, but yet every single thing that's in every shop and everybody's house has been in the back of a lorry at some point in time. And there'd be no next day delivery or no fresh bread if it wasn't for us, so, you know, they should be grateful that we pound the highways night and day.
But lorry drivers have limitations on the amount of hours they can pound the highways.
Can I just ask you to jump out so I can check your tacho?
Tachographs record their every movement and will reveal whether a driver has gone over their maximum 9 hours regulated driving time.
Clearly we see offences at the side of the road every single day, whether that's a deliberate attempt to flout the rules and regulations or whether it's a genuine lack of knowledge. It's debatable, isn't it, really?
But a minority of lorry drivers flout the rules more deliberately. The use of simple magnets can disable the tachograph, allowing them to drive longer undetected.
We've got the magnet that was actually found here, and it's a particularly strong magnet, and we've got some photos of the evidence here as well, so that is currently going through due process at the moment. The information we received from the roadside was that, in fact, there were 307 kilometres missing from the tachograph down to that magnet being utilised. And in fact, the driver had been on duty for over 19 hours when he was stopped.
As well as disabling the tachograph, they also interfere with the anti-lock braking systems and the speed limiters on the vehicle. So you've got a nasty cocktail there.
This is a company from Netherlands. We can see there that we're entering in the southeast ports. They're travelling northwest through the Midlands up on the M6. From April the 5th, they become a national target for impounding.
So what we can expect over the next couple of weeks, if we're successful in targeting, in 1 or 2 of these vehicles being impounded?
That's right.
Good.
In the last year, 38 magnets have been found at this check site on the M6.
So this is the cupboard of shame, basically. Yes. Everything up here is magnets.
Absolutely full.
What happens is the magnet kills the electronic signal, and then the tachograph just thinks it's at rest. The companies quote for the work, and they give them these unrealistic timescales to get there, and the drivers are under pressure to do it, and the boss says, well, I don't care how you do it, you just get there on that. If you've got to be there at 8 in the morning, you've got to be there. If you've got to drive through the night, I don't care how you do it, and that's what they do.
Risking their own lives as well.
Road users. They're driving a 40-ton missile, you know. Yeah. And, you know, they can be extremely, you know, cause carnage.
This transit that's in front of us at the moment, there's a very good possibility that he may be overweight from just purely the way that the vehicle's actually sitting on the road and the way the back end has a tendency to bob a little bit as he's going over the joints. So we're going to pull him in, just check to see what the state of the springs are like on the vehicle and what sort of load he's got on.
They're suspicious of the van's contents and are keen to take a closer look.
What I want you to do, I want you to follow us off the motorway into our compound because I just want to check the vehicle over. I think you might be a little bit overweight. Okay. We've had a look at the load that the vehicle's carrying. I suspect that it probably is overweight, but what's more of a concern is the fact that he's loaded up with canned beers. So what we're going to do, we're going to take him off the motorway. We'll obviously ask him some questions as to where he's loaded the vehicle up, where it's come from. And then, if necessary, we shall call in Customs and Excise to come and take a look at the load, because it could be that it's either beer that's been bought in from the continent and duty hasn't been paid on it, which it should have been, or it could have come from some other source. So we'll see what the driver's got to say for himself when we get into our compound. Oh yeah. Just have a look what you got on. Where have you picked all this drink up from?
From Calais.
From Calais? You've just come back from Calais, have you? Yeah. What's it for?
Just for parties.
Just for parties?
Which port did you come in across from? You've come across on the ferry? No. Have you got your crossing? Have you got a crossing ticket?
Crossing ticket?
Yeah. From the ferry?
Yeah,
anything at all from that?
I buy the cigarette and throw it away.
So you've got no paperwork at all for the load, no deliveries, no receipts, no ferry receipt or anything like that?
No, this
Right, so what's that there?
ticket I buy the free duty shops.
Right, so that's just a leaflet for P&O, yeah. Would you mind opening the back and just let us have a look at what you've got in the back of the van?
Of course.
Is it all beer?
Yeah, just a beer.
No cigarettes or anything like that?
No cigarette.
No wine or...
No.
How many packs have you got on, do you know? How many packs are there?
Just 140.
140 of these packs?
140.
Tell them we're going to detain the vehicle and load on behalf of Customs and Excise. And then they can make their own decision about whether they want to come out.
Okay.
It might be worth breathalyzing him as well. Do you want me to? I'll go and give Customs a ring.
Well, just tell them. Have you got your driving licence with you or any paperwork, any identification?
Passport.
No driving licence?
No with me.
Sure. Is it a hire van or your own van?
Hire van.
Hire van. Have you got the hire agreement?
Yes, I have to.
You haven't got the hire agreement either? Okay. All right then. Well, if you just have a seat in the van for a minute. Everything might be completely above board, but he can't produce me any paperwork whatsoever for the van or the load. He says it's for his own use. So at the end of the day, our suspicions are there now for the Customs and Excise certainly to be informed and make a decision on whether they want to come and speak to the gentleman. And if necessary, obviously, they may want to confiscate the load until they've done some other inquiries. He can't even produce a till receipt for the load at the moment, which obviously makes me suspicious, to say the least. He must have spent a lot of money, and he hasn't got any receipts whatsoever.
Police have tipped off the local Customs and Excise team, who want to inspect the van load of bottles and cans.
My personal opinion on that would be that the vehicle has been used on several other occasions to bring in similar loads. Obviously, if they're reselling the load, then there's a big profit that they can make from the importation of alcohol. Yeah, we've had quite a few in the past few months. It seems that this preoccupation of bootlegging seems to be becoming more and more prevalent.
It's not just his cargo that the driver's in danger of losing.
They have the power to seize the vehicle and the load because it's been used in smuggling, basically. You've brought in contraband items. So they're seizing the van and the load for the time being to continue their investigations. They'll take the van away and it will be taken back to the hire company as well.
but from...
We'll deal with the hire company as far as the van is concerned. You don't. It's ours now. So can you come out? Where are the keys, please?
The 140 cases of beer are confiscated, but the driver says he's determined he'll get them back.
I'm hungry, yeah, of course, because I spend the money. I save this money for very hard, you know. I go to see my solicitor. I go to court. I fight this case. This is my point of view, because I tell to why people just doing this thing. If this is illegal, why people go to every day?
As the van is taken away by customs, its driver and passenger face a difficult journey home, on foot.
Still doing the same. You can see his left shoulder's high. Whether we can get up the inside of him and clear that.
Just can you see from this angle there?
Yep.
Still there?
Yep.
Right, if you'd want to have words with him when we get around the corner, nice safe location. 97, one-handed down there is quite not really acceptable.
Your average speed was 97.86 miles an hour. You're a professional driver, you probably do a lot of miles.
I do, yeah.
And it doesn't portray a very good image when you're driving at those sort of speeds with only one hand on the wheel and your other arm draped across the passenger seat.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So if you suddenly had a blowout or somebody did something where you had to react, you've only got one
dangerous.
hand. Yeah. You know, you seem to be a
gentleman
who appreciates what's been said.
I do appreciate what you're saying, yeah.
The offences on your licence are just purely for speeding.
Right, yeah.
So I think really you've got to pay a lot of attention to the speedometer on your vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps allow yourself a little bit more time for your journeys, and so you're not sort of rushing here, there and everywhere.
Right.
And just slow yourself down a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm likely to get some more points on my licence.
Yeah, if you just get the minimum, which is 3 points, that'll put you up to 9. One more fixed penalty will put 12, and then you will get an automatic disqualification due to totting up.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Fairly happy with that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm not absolutely delighted about it.
3 fixed penalties, 1 expired, 2 current. Both for speeding in 30s.
If he gets points for this one, at least they're going to be consecutive, 95, 96 and 97.
That's true.
Back on Operation Mermaid, customs officials will shortly be seeing red. They're siphoning the contents of the van's fuel tank, and they discover it's running on so-called red diesel. Because red diesel is virtually tax-free, it's very cheap. It's used mainly on farms. But it's illegal to use it on public roads.
Okay, John, just come over to our van. Sir, could you just stand here while we do this, please? Just so you know we haven't tampered with that, okay? Just see what percentage this is. What I'm doing now is just matching it up against our samples that we've got, which is an 80%.
Chemical test on it, and it's come up and it shows that there's rebated fuel in there. It's red diesel.
What's that mean?
Sorry? Well, red diesel in effect is duty-free. There's a very small amount of duty on it, and it's diesel that shouldn't be used on the public highway. It's a criminal offence to do so. Because this diesel's been detected in your vehicle, I've got to inform you now that we'll be seizing the vehicle. What we'll have to then do is conduct an interview with yourself, and we'll also give you an opportunity to accept a formal sample of the diesel.
Yeah.
Okay, the formal sample will be 3 tins of one which you can choose, and that you can have tested at a later date with the government chemist. In the meantime, as I say, your vehicle has become liable to forfeiture and has been seized, and we'll need to speak to you about getting the vehicle back to your restoration. So at the moment, if you want to watch the formal samples, one will be offered to you. We'll have a chat with you. It will be a caution interview, and then we'll take it from there.
The fuel test unit is called away to the driver's depot. Customs are keen to check the rest of the fleet.
The van's got red diesel in it. It's been tested. We've had a chat with yourself. The vehicle has now been seized, okay? it can't leave here until customs have carried out a full investigation. They're going to have to go and speak to your boss. What I'm going to have to suggest to you is contact your boss and get someone to come and pick you up, or make arrangements to go home. The vehicle stays with us, I'm afraid, and really it's up to him now to sort of...
So the vehicle's not going away from her then?
It'll go away to a secure customs pound. It'll be seized now, and it'll see if you can remove any personal effects from the vehicle. And I'm afraid then you're going to have to make your own way home or get someone to come and pick you up.
In all, 7 vehicles were seized. Fines and tax arrears totalling more than £6,000 were imposed.
Currently M5 southbound between 4A and 5. We've just been overtaken by a Calibra. It's now closed in on the Astra that's in lane 3 in front of him. Currently got about a car and a half length between the two vehicles, doing 72 miles an hour. If the Astra would oblige us and move over, and give Mr. Calibra the chance to build his speed up again.
The Astra must be psychic.
Indeed. Somewhere to put him on. .09. He's a 95 man.
Words by the junction here. Let him know we're around. Thank you. Got a few aerials there. What's going to go 22 Mike Alpha? PNC check, please, sir.
Get some nice cars these days, don't you? This is a 3.5.
No, it's 3 litre.
Your average speed
Thanks, sir.
was 95.09 miles an hour. Is there any reason for it?
Nothing I get away with anyway. Am I going to be on police camera action? I wasn't really doing anything there to warrant it. Am I?
I'm from Carlton Television, which is what this is all about.
Excellent.
I take it you don't have any objection to us?
No, hell no. No. We're an interview.
We have a happy customer, Paul.
Worth 3 points to get his face on television.
Yeah, it's worth it.
But as long as you take on board what we say about the distance of the white Fiat Panda and the blue Astra, far too close, and you know it might not be police camera action. It might be casualty if you get too close to these people. So just take on board that part of it, whatever you do.
Got your keys? Yeah. So build a speed up on this short bit of hard shoulder, up the slip road, and over the other side and rejoin the carry. Have a safe journey.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye-bye. One very happy customer.
The Central Motorway Police Group target drivers falling foul of the law as part of their mission to make the motorway safer.
Got a seatbelt on? Good lad.
Today, Sergeant Rob Lever and PC Dave Gaunt are patrolling a section of the M6 in an unmarked lorry.
Yeah, it's a red seatbelt hung down by the side. It refuses to look at me. Height for us is a really big advantage because obviously from a car perspective looking up to a lorry, it's very difficult to be able to get a clear view. This gives you the advantage that you can really look down into the cars as well and catch some of those people out. But I've got a transit van to my near side now that's on the phone. Looks like he's got a whitish sort of Samsung up to his right ear. Switched the phone across to his other ear and he's just put it down.
We've got a vehicle that we're following at the moment, which Dave has detected that the driver's not wearing his seatbelt. So one of our patrols is just waiting on the hard shoulder here. He's going to pull this vehicle over and deal with him for the seatbelt offence.
Right, he still hasn't got it on now.
My colleagues who are stopping the vehicles that we're seeing, they're referring people for education courses. And when these drivers go on the courses, they will see what we see. It really does work. It really does prevent people from continuing to drive using their phones or not wear the seatbelt. So it's a valuable lesson, and one best learnt in a classroom and not for real.
Hello, put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. Just drop back a fraction. Put your seatbelt on.
Oh, did you see him? He's got a map on his steering wheel in the little blue Peugeot. Right behind is in lane 2. Oh, quick, get the rear camera on.
The Peugeot driver must be lost. He's resting a road map on his steering wheel, but his eyes should be on the road.
I bet he checks it just before the junction.
So he's wandering out, corrected it. Wandering to the left now.
Then change it alongside him so we can just get a good view of him.
Is he going down?
He's leaving it light if he is.
I don't want to. Yes, he is. Didn't want to leave it. The map's still on the steering wheel. Still on the wheel.
You get alongside because I've just got a bit of glare off the old. That's it. I've got it.
The hard shoulder. And he's still got it there whilst we've stopped now. So he's decided to stop with it on. If you want to have a gun of word with him, and you might be able to point him in the right direction. I don't think he realised we were behind him then. Somewhat surprised when somebody appeared alongside him.
We've got you on camera. Could be clearly seen. The map was covering your steering wheel and you were wandering in the lane. I don't think that's acceptable. As far as I'm concerned, that's driving without due care and attention.
Okay.
Is there any reason for it?
Well, I'm a surveyor, you see, and I'm late. I'm from Nottingham, and I don't know Birmingham very well.
Do you not think it'd be safer to either pull on the hard shoulder, or better still, as the highway code says, pull off at the nearest junction, find a safe place to park, then look at your map?
Well, yeah, I know that, look.
Because in fairness, whilst you're looking at the map on your steering wheel, if something had happened in front of you,
yeah, I know,
you wouldn't have been aware of it until there was an almighty bang and you're thinking, what's going on?
Yeah, fair enough, Doc, yeah.
Okay.
If you've got the services behind you, you could have pulled in there without even coming off at the junction, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't like to be in my own car alongside him, and I don't think most other people would. Under the circumstances, with leaving a motorway, it is one of the times when you should be exercising a lot more care and attention, and I can't see any reason why he will not receive a summons for careless driving and ultimately receive points on his driving licence.
The alleged map reader's case is now being processed by the courts.
Just in the car, and he's drove past him, and he's physically seen that the laptop's open and that it's shining, so it's obviously turned on the dashboard.
Okay, you speak English? Okay. The reason you are being brought in here is because the laptop is open. It's on the dashboard, and you can see it, and your driver can see it, because I can see it from here. What film is it that's on there? What's the film called?
1970s serial, you know.
Oh, a serial. Before you leave here, that will be removed, and there will be a penalty. It's one of my favourites, to be honest with you, a laptop, because I consider it to be very dangerous. I think I can multitask, I'm very good at it, I think, but I couldn't drive this and watch a film at the same time. Somehow he's got this far doing it.
First time, you know, this.
It doesn't matter, it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's not just, this is European law. This isn't UK law. European law, this is. All over Europe. France, Belgium, Italy, Spain, all the same. No laptop, no film.
You get him in the mirror on the phone.
Sun's right on it.
Would be any good
drop
if I went,
drop back.
if I went in front of him and use the rear mirror.
Just
rear camera.
Hold it at that, and I'll try and zoom it in on that one there. See him from here, he's quite clearly on the phone, with his sunglasses on. Phone's just going down now, and he's leaning around. If you drop back, please, Paul, the couch is all over the place. Real good rock and roll across the lane as he put it down. Don't know how many passengers he's got on there, but it's not acceptable to do that. You have to sit this close whilst they're emptying the toilet.
At last. How working is, shall I?
Depends how many are on the...
Yeah.
I might just have a word with him now if there's too many on board.
Fair enough.
In the middle of the car is a video. Right?
Yeah.
Who is sitting in the driver's seat?
Me.
Who is using the phone?
The brother.
Who's in the driving seat?
Me.
Who's using the phone?
I'll phone the number and he's got the answer.
You phoned the number and you put it down. Yeah, you were on the phone.
The phone rung.
Yeah.
And then I'll give the phone to him.
Not straight away, you didn't. When you came past us on the hard shoulder, you were using the phone. I've got it on video. Now, if you want to corroborate it and commit perjury, then I will deal with you for that offence as well. Right? He came past us, he's on the phone. We came alongside, he's on the phone. I'm not in a position to argue with either of you. All I will say to you is, if you don't accept what I say, and the advice that I'm going to give you about it, then I have to take you to court and show the video to the magistrates and let them decide what action they want to take.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Now, what action are the magistrates going to take when they see you with a phone in your hand and the coach doing that? What do you think their attitude is going to be?
Not very good.
Not very good. And what do you think their attitude is going to be when they see you using the phone on a video and you arguing at the side of the road that you didn't use it and you just handed it to your brother? Not only are you not a very good driver, but you try and pass it on to somebody else. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah. And if you're a relative, you're the phone man from now on. And if he's not on board, then it's going to be an urgent phone call. Make sure somebody else can take the call for you and tell whoever's on the other end that you'll call them back as soon as you get off the motorway. That way, we don't hear of any more people complain about coach drivers or coaches having accidents, do we? Okay?
Okay, thanks.
You happy with that?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good.
Cheers,
So are we.
thanks,
Come on, there you go.
Well?
Initially, he just admitted picking the phone up, but handed it to his brother who was in the middle seat. And he hadn't been using the phone.
Oh.
He now agrees he was using the phone because he wasn't prepared to leave it to the magistrates to decide whether or not we were right or he was right. Wave to the nice man as we go by.